Late last month, Leonard Montoute, Public Relations Officer for the opposition UWP, spoke at the party's weekly press briefing, blamed the cancellation of secondary school sports meets on a recent government loan from the National Lotteries Association.
Today, our young boys and girls cannot enjoy the privilege of having school sports because you're told that the Ministry of Sports does not have the requisite finance to put on school sports. And I remember very well when the leader of the opposition spoke about the borrowing of $80 million by the National Lottery. And it was said that it was for preparation for World Cup. We were not told how that money was being spent. We were not told who the contractor was. We were not told exactly what was being done with that money. I recall then when he warned that that is supposed to be money to provide for programming in sports.
This week, Minister of Youth Development and Sports, Kenson Casimir, recently addressed and debunked rumors suggesting that funds designated for school sports programs had been diverted to celebrate St. Lucian athlete Julien Alfred. Casimir clarified that no school sport funds were used for the celebration, expressing disappointment in what he described as unfounded accusations. He emphasized the importance of transparency in managing resources meant for youth development and reassured the public that these funds remain dedicated to supporting school sports initiatives and sports will continue in January.
The notion that the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports did not have the financing to have school sports this term is an absolute and blatant lie. There is no truth to it. The notion that the Ministry of Youth Development and Sport took money earmarked for school sports and spent it on the Julien Alfred concert and reward is an absolute salacious, fallacious lie.
Casimir voiced concern over the spread of misinformation, stating that such dishonesty undermines trust within the community and misleads the public. He noted that false claims not only damage the credibility of the government, but also erode public faith in youth-focused programs. The minister called for an honest and informed approach in discussing government initiatives, underscoring that truthfulness is essential in building a stronger, united community.
The Ministry of Finance financed all the celebrations for Julien Alfred. The rewards that are given are coming from the Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Youth Development and Sports have its own budget for school sports. That school sports budget cannot be touched for anything else than school sports.
Highlighting the impact of such rumors on young people, Casimir expressed regret that some individuals would choose to propagate falsehoods that set a poor example for the youth. As a role model in youth development, he stressed that integrity should be upheld, especially in matters that directly affect young St. Lucians. Misleading narratives, he argued, create unnecessary distrust and send the wrong message to the next generation about how issues should be addressed.
It is sad, very sad, that persons who are interested in being leaders of this land, and it's not just one, multiple members of the opposition have gone on to absolutely spread untruth as it pertains to youth and sports development in this land. And it is sad that the only way we can show our next generation to get anywhere is to believe that you must lie. And then we speak about crime, we speak about deviance, we speak about the moral fabric of our society. Yet those individuals charged with setting the example see no other way to do it but to be dishonest.
Casimir concluded by reaffirming his commitment to fostering a culture of honesty and accountability within the ministry. He encouraged the public to seek accurate information and work together to support the development of youth programs in St. Lucia. By prioritizing transparency and integrity, Casimir aims to ensure that school sports and other youth-focused initiatives continue to benefit St. Lucia's young athletes and future leaders. For Choice News Now, I am Kenise Baptist.